So here actually in this program, we mentioned the name Chakras, a portal to interdimensional consciousness. Interdimensional means we can traveling, because nowadays there are a lot of concepts about multiverse. So many people are learning more and more about frequencies, different time travel, different place of exploration. So I like to share some brief idea about what is chakras. Then we can do a small relaxation. Actually, when we talk about chakras, we need to understand that we are coming from a very high plane, very higher vibratory space. We all come from that unified field. We call it as oneness field, or we call it as God consciousness. We call it as all that is. We give name to that. That's why in any scriptures, when you look deeper, we learn that they at the end of the end when we reach, we learn that we are all God beings. You all have that consciousness. Because the consciousness is the prime subject. Still, people are deeply researching about consciousness. What is consciousness? How to expand this consciousness? When we observe the joy of our life, we feel, okay, I'm happy when I get this, when I'm happy, when I am, okay, people say, okay, when I'm happy, when I learn this, I'm happy when I married, when I'm happy, I'm the children, when I'm happy because I got that. But more we deeply observe, actually we are happy when we expand our consciousness. Each time our consciousness is expanding, we experience a sort of happiness. If there is no possibility of expanding this consciousness, we feel sad. So that's why we keep on observing something new. Actually, we are trying to expanding the consciousness. We are seeing a lot of people, they are not doing anything, sitting in the Himalayas or some places. Simply be happy because they are expanding their consciousness. So we all have this prime subject because the world is always revolving with a prime subject called happiness. Nowadays, in different parts of the world, they are creating happiness project, happiness minister. Even, yeah, in India, there is one place, there is happiness project is running. In Kerala also, there are some projects. So chakra is some very important because when we come from the higher, because we share this information or share this thing in the advanced session, but I'm just giving some brief idea about it. Because when we come from the higher plane to lower plane, we need to diminish our vibration. But even we diminish our vibration, we don't need to forget about from where we come from. So that we take chakras. Chakras are like a gadget. It contains the information of where we come from. Each chakras has its own thing. So when we travel, when we talk about the world, we call there are 7 lokas up, 7 lokas down. So from the 7 lokas up, we travel from the higher plane. We take this gadget that's called chakras to experience, to explore. And every time when we leave this earth, We return certain chakras to purify it, and again we bring it back. We coming back to here. So it's a very important topic because it is really connected to our existence. When we talk about yoga, when we talk about healings, even when we talk about pranic healing or Reiki healing or any sort of healing, every healing, one or the other way, they really touch the topic chakras. Because for the past 20 years, I am observing in all healing, one or the other way, it is touching the chakras. The moment it touches certain chakras are making some changes, healing happens. Because our real healing potential energy is inside the chakra. Because that healing is happening by connecting to the plane of existence associating with this chakra. So it's a very fascinating subject. So entering into this subject, first we need to tune our vibration. Vibrations are very important. For example, when we know that, okay, I want to listen to Radio Mango or some other frequency radio, what we do normally, we tune it. Then only we can listen it. Same way, we need to tuning this vibration to understand it. Otherwise, this will go moving above the head. So every tuning is because the energies are always existing inside us. So every tuning starts with relaxation, connection, observation, because the observation is the nature of our soul. So when we start observing, we slowly and gradually connecting to our soul energy. So first, I like all of you to close your eyes. Once you close your eyes, I like you to observe your body from head to toes, giving all your attention on your head. The moment you can attending your head, your attention is completely connected to the matter, the material. So once you attending your head, immediately allowing your focus to attending the space which is occupying this head. Just give attention to that space. Down and down to your forehead. Here you are giving two levels of your awareness. One level is connecting to your matter. Another level of awareness to the space. The space always helps us to connect to the energy. So forehead, and at the same moment you observe the space which is occupying this forehead region. Down and down to your eyes, right eye, left eye. Observing the eyes and observing the space. Connecting to your ears, right ear, left ear. Connecting to that space. To your nose. And completely observing that space. To your cheeks, right cheek, left cheek. your lips, upper lip, lower lip, and your chin. Complete attention on the whole space you are can sensing and feeling on your head and face area. Just feel like it's a space. Moving from the matter to that energy, that space. And down to neck and throat area. And feel the space in neck and throat area. Down to your right shoulder, right arm, left arm, the whole back, upper back, middle back, lower back, chest area, abdomen area. In all these areas, when you observe, giving more and more attention to the space, down to your hip, buttocks, genitals, thighs, knees, calf muscles, ankles, and toes. Giving more and more attention to that space from head to toes and toes to head. Feel you are nothing but a space. You can feel the space. The only skin is something which is a border between the inner space and the outer space. The moment this skin, when you remove this skin portion, this border line, you can merge with the space. Once you connecting to your inner space, I like you to visualize, imagine, or feel a golden light above your head, or you can connecting to the sun energy, because we are completely carrying our energetical body. Our pranamaya kosha is coming from this sun. So we completely absorbing this golden light and fill this whole space from head to toes. Fill and be like a golden energy. Your inner being is filled with golden color, and your outer existence is also golden color. You can feel that you are completely surrounded inside and outside in a golden light. Stay there for another 1 minute in this golden energy by observing the sensations in your body. Sensations like heaviness, lightness, tinkling sensation, vibration, itching, pain, numbness, anything beyond we judging it as good or bad, best or worst. Simply accepting all the sensations, connect to that sensation. More you connecting to your sensation, you completely allow yourself to be in align with your inner silence. Your deep, stable, settling space. Last 30 more seconds. This moment, slowly allowing yourself to connect to the vibrations inside this golden ray. Just feel like, with a pure intention, I like to connecting to that vibration of this golden light. Last 5 seconds. 1. Slowly and gradually bring your awareness back. 2, 3, 4. Rubbing your palms, place it on your eyes and open your eyes. So we'll show you certain slides. This is the topic, Chakras, a portal to interdimensional consciousness. This is a basic introductory portion we are sharing today. Advanced, actually, we are planning in every Sunday, almost 7 Sundays. So 7 Sundays means in between there is 6 days. You can ponder, you can go some more deeper. So almost actually it is a 28 days program. Okay.
Each Sunday will be each one chakra will go deeper into it.
To experience. So what is chakras? In chakras, when we convert into Sanskrit, we put the name as wheel. Everybody says wheel is one of the biggest invention because wheel help us to travel. Okay. So, but when we talk about wheel, wheel can move forward, backward, wheel can turn right, left, but chakras are more than that. That's why we mentioned it as vortex. It's like a very powerful vortex energy. Even there are scientists, they did experiment in previous time by creating the vortex in the space and vanishing the things. They did some experiment. I forget the name of that experiment. In Russia, they did this experiment. Maybe I read it 10 years back, because that time I'm very much more fascinated and wonder about all these subjects. So this vortex has the power to create, to vanish. It's like a black hole. Normally we see black hole is something bad, but no, where everything is coming out and everything is going. So it's a very powerful vortex space.
There is absorption and repulsion also. You receive and you can give also. So that's the reason you can even store also. It has immense power in it. It's like a universe itself. And it is not just 7 chakras we have a lot more chakras than that.
Yeah, people, as in different scriptures, they mention about there are a lot of chakras. But more I understand about the chakra, I slowly stop using the word chakra. So in different areas, we call it as psychic energy centers, because chakras are only 7. That's a in-depth understanding about chakras, because we use, okay, chakra in this part, but that's not chakras. Because chakras are a gadget. It contains the information about that plane of existence. But from that, it is transferring to other part of the area where we use certain receptors or some transmitters we are holding there. In that way, we can say there are a lot of things. So it's a very deep subject, but at the same time, there are so many confusions around this subject regarding colors, regarding this. Because when you read one book, you learn something. When you read another book, you get some other information. Because that's the reason it's called like a vast. There are a lot of potential aspect of this chakras. But the basic idea is it generate, it receive, it assimilate, it store, and express the life force energy. Life force. To live, actually, we need life force. In another word of life force is, in India, it is prana. When we talk about life force in China, it is chi. In Japan, we call it as ki. But in German, they call it as Atman. Or in different name, another name of life force is cosmic energy. But we think cosmic energy is one ray. It is different ray. Cosmic energy has different ray of colors, different light. And each prana, actually, when we talk about prana, there are 5 major prana in our energy system. But each prana has its own color, its own certain specification, certain helping area. In the advanced session, we do this prana light work inside because that's a little more deeper to explore. And each chakra is associated with certain prana. Anyway, in coming slides, we can share that. Chakra is a wheel-shaped gadget and an energy center that connects us to the plane of its origin and allows to draw knowledge and energies from there and stores the memory of our journey through that planet. So the chakra actually helps to connect to the origin. At the same moment, it stores the memory. So that's our soul journey is completely recorded in this chakra. So that's why sometimes we need to heal this chakra. Because when we journey, in journey, there are 2 situations happen. There are sort of a lot of positive things happen. At the same moment, something which we feel unpleasant or negative things also happen. Because 2 forces are always existing when we are in this earth plane. That 2 polarity always exist. One is attraction, one is repulsion. One is negative, one is positive. One we call it as good, another is bad. So always we see the 2 forces existing. When we call female, another is male. Always there is force. So that's why we need more understanding about each energies. So here chakras also help us to understand, because in chakras certain misunderstandings are stored. For example, when we journey through the soul journey, in some past lives, we experience some traumatic death moment. It is recorded in the chakra as a survival mechanism in certain chakra, for example, in root chakra. So what happened? It start expressing.
It's mainly in the root, in the heart, and the third eye. So 3 are the main areas. We carry the molecules from there.
So here we share the, for example, Sahasrara, this crown center. It is knowledge, consciousness, fulfillment, spirituality. There is a understanding. That's a layer of Sahasrara, an understanding. We always talk about this thing is understanding. I really want someone to understand me. So the first thing is we need to understand ourselves. So our real understanding only comes once we reach to our Sahasrara. And real seeing, which is coming from the Ajna chakra, because that's a center of intuition, meditation, all these things come from Ajna. Vishuddhi, that is the throat space. It is a center of communication. expression, creativity, and the heart space, the center of love and compassion, acceptance, our sincerity. And in the navel area, that is solar plexus, Manipura chakra, the action part, the action space, and the sacral, which is below this lower abdomen, that is feeling space, our sensuality, sexuality, pleasure, and the root, our Mooladhara, is that I am, that feeling of the consciousness of that I am,
Belongingness.
belonging feeling. So these are the areas of chakras. Again, we call it as the colors of chakras. Colors can vary when we go deeper into the chakras, but the basic colors is in the Vibgyor pattern from the root to the crown. We call it as red, orange, yellow, green, like that. And each colors has its own deep significance.
Yeah, some people when they meditate on a particular chakra, they experience other colors also. It's because all the chakras are interlinked and it is interconnected. That's the reason you actually experience. So that is also actually a message. What color you see actually denotes what is it connected to. Sometimes it is connected to your root and your heart. So you might see a green shade over there. So from there, it's a symbolic message. What is it that you have to work on, or what is it that you have to actually expand in yourself? Sometimes it is connected to fear and connected to also forgiveness. So it shows as red and green like that.
And in every color, again, there is two polarity. One polarity lead to the lower energies of the color. One polarity lead to the higher energies of this color. So when we meditate on the chakras, sometimes we can feel, okay, this chakra is depleting because that color is not pleasant for you. So more we connect to our visual abilities, more we can understand it, or we can connect to our impression layers also, or feeling layers, or knowing layers. Because only 80% of people in the world are visual. Other 20% depends on certain people are in knowing, certain people are in kinesthetic form, means we experience in the form of impressions, sensing it. So when you observe these chakras, sometimes we feel, okay, this color, we can feel these depletions, or sometimes it's more.
So the root chakra is at the base of your spine, and it is responsible for your sense of security and stability. It also is connected with your grounding, rooting, connection with Mother Earth, connection with your own mother. And it's also about support system, feeling secure. You kind of, there are people who don't feel that I belong to this family or I belong to this earth. These are all because of the imbalance in the root chakra. The sacral chakra is below your belly button and it is responsible for your creative sexual energy. It's more about how joyful you are in life, how receptive you are in enjoying your life, enjoying the pleasures of your life. Mostly in India, especially, we tend to keep this chakra depleted most of the time because we are shamed because of this. Because we are not taught to express the sensual things or the sexuality as such. It is not, these days it's getting better, but yeah, still we see people having a lot of issues in enjoying life, enjoying the pleasures of life. Especially when you go through pleasure, we end up taking guilt over there, and that is actually creates a lot of diseases also comes out of, which we'll discuss in the when we do the advanced classes. So each chakra will be, we'll be telling what kind of diseases it can come and why it comes and how we can come out of it. The solar plexus chakra is in the stomach area, that is just below your rib cage, and it is about your confidence, your self-esteem, how powerful you feel from inside. Nothing outside is actually giving you the power. It is from inside that you're feeling the power. So if you are not feeling powerful, or if you feel very weak in situations, it's your solar plexus that is in imbalance. The heart chakra is in the center of your chest, middle of your chest, and gives you the ability to love and show compassion. It is not just about loving others, it is about loving yourself also. And it is also about forgiving yourself, accepting yourself, forgiving others, forgiving situations. And it is also about the energy of all that is, everything that exists is existing within your heart space. And everything that you are is vibrating in that love energy. The throat chakra is responsible for your ability to communicate verbally. It's more about speaking your truth, being in your truth. And it is about expression of how you feel or what you want to respond in a particular situation. There are a lot of people who feels, oh, if I respond like this, how come they might feel bad, or I might offend them, or they'll judge us and things like that. So this is when you feel something like this is happening in your life, understand that the throat chakra is what you have to work on. And you actually learn to communicate as you want with your own truth. That's when your throat chakra is really open. And when you speak your truth with acceptance, people will accept you. The third eye chakra between your two eyes, that is, if you actually put a rod from or a pin from your top of your head and from your middle of your eyebrow center, the space that meets there, that is the pineal gland inside your brain, inside the center of your brain. That is your third eye chakra. So third eye chakra is about your intuition, imagination, how focused you are in life. And intuition is one of your superpowers. So normally we are not taught from childhood to trust your intuitions, because we are always taught in a different way to think logically, and it's okay to think logically because we need logical side also. But it is always better to go with your logical side, which actually communicates to you. Intuition always tells you to be in the present moment, what action to be taken. It may not be what it is told in the rule, but sometimes when you listen to your intuition, we end up actually getting the best out of our situation, or you might not get into trouble or something like that, you know. So your intuitions are very important. Especially in children, they intuitively speak on many things. When we go for traveling or something, listen to your children because they are more intuitive. They are more receptive to intuition. They just say it. And when we listen to them, actually we take the right decision. The crown chakra at the top of your head, representing your spiritual connection to yourself, others, and the universe. It's all about your faith in the existence, the trust in the existence as a whole. When you have this immense faith, we have no doubts in life. And those people who have trust issues, actually, when we learn to connect to the universal energy and have that immense trust, that is the trust we have in our own ability. It is, the trust doesn't depend on somebody outside of you. You might say that that person betrayed you or things like that, but still your immense trust, it is not blind trust, okay? If you actually see a person to have the tendency to betray, accept that person as it is. That person has the tendency to betray, even if it is your own brother, sister, your mother, your friend, your husband, your wife, it could be anybody. But this tendency exists in that person, and I still accept this person and embrace in my heart space. Doesn't mean that you are going to make yourself a guinea pig, or or a scapegoat in front of them. It is that you are aware that this person is like that, and I trust this person completely for being that. This is your trust. And when you have immense trust, you will never get betrayed.
Yes. So now we can learn each chakras, the point of these chakras actually. Okay, first chakra is root chakra. You already see Mooladhara chakra. That's all. That's the space in called perineum, in between anus and genital. That space. The Swadhisthana is below the lower abdomen. That is Swadhisthana, sacral, and Manipuraga, that is in the navel area. Anahata here, Vishuddhi, Ajna, Sahasrara. Okay. Actually, sometimes we need to learn like a child so that it's easy to understand. Okay, you all can say along with us. First, we say Mooladhara, that's in the root, we connecting to our body language to that root, Mooladhara. Okay, you can also say with us Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, that is to our lower abdomen, Manipuraka, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Ajna, Sahasrara. It's an opening. So again, Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipuraga, Anahata, Vishuddha, Ajna, Sahasrara. One more time, Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipuraga, Anahata, Vishuddha, Ajna, Sahasrara. So these are the 7 energy points. And when we think about Mooladhara is really rooted and connected with the concept of our body. Because the Mooladhara, the thing which we taken is to experience this matter. The science of matter is inside the Mooladhara. Because when we talk about energy, but at the same time, we need to understand about the science of matter, how this matter is working. So then it is not a blind science of energy, because matter has its own way. Sometimes matter will shift very quickly. Sometimes matter takes its own nature. So learn more about this matter, more about this body. That is Mooladhara. When we think about Swadhisthana, it is the place of mind. It's connected with mind. Actually, we call it the seat of our subconscious mind is in the Swadhisthana. That's the reason we go through all that trauma things. Everything is existing in the Swadhisthana. Sometimes we feel a lot of lower back pain. It's connected with our Swadhisthana. And Swadhisthana help us to flow. And our memories are sometimes the limitation to flow, because memories are blocked there. The guilt is there. So the Swadhisthana is connected to the mind. We call Swadhisthana. Swa means the self. When we are in this body, actually our self is more associated with the mind. Actually, our aim is to slowly separating from the mind, experience the self beyond the mind. So what happened? We move to the Manipuraga. Manipuraga is the space of intelligence, the space for our intellect. And when we move to the Anahata, this is the space of silence. Silence, actually, love is a very silent language. Love is not a language with so many other things. It's a very silent, very subtle. It's a presence. Silence is like a presence. And to the Vishuddha, it is truth. And Ajna is the center is for meditation. And the Sahasrara is for service. So how we can actually activate our Mooladhara is, the first step is love our body. Body has certain needs. We need to satisfy our body is very important. Our body needs food, our body needs water, our body needs sex, our body needs all this excretions, all that process. Our body needs movements. That's all the things our body needs. There are some basic needs for our body. Sometimes our body needs togetherness. So that's an aspect in our Muladhara chakra is called Maithuna, or the aspect is called food. We want food. We want that safe feeling. So that's why we need to love our body, because in the olden times, people believe, okay, spirituality means denying the body. So what happened? More they deny, more they tend to be in the body, because more this energy becomes activated. So it's always okay to embrace that body, accept the body. But who is really not ready to accept the body is the second chakra, that is Swadhisthana, the mind, which is creating so many things. So we need to love the mind. Mind where there are a lot of desires. We need to acknowledge the desires rather than leaving the desire. Okay, for example, today you have a desire to watch a movie. It's okay. We need to acknowledge the desire. Acknowledging the all desire, whatever the desire. It can be very weird desires inside. It's okay. Because when we do sessions to children, sometimes we feel crazy because of their desires. What desires they are talking. But it's okay, because we have a lot of fascinating desires inside. So that desires to satisfy our desire, satisfy our mind, to understand our mind. Because our mind is not something which is one in nature. The mind is many. Mind is like a crowd. So now I am feeling my mind is okay, good, calm. After sometimes my mind is restless. So that place actually the place of emotions, feelings, so many feelings. Some feelings are, we feel, we label it as good, some feeling we label it as bad. But it's our aim is to love all that feelings, because all feelings has its own importance. I know it needs some more deeper practice to accept our mind and accept our feelings, accept our emotions. And this intelligence, which is really nourishing through reading. When you are attending this webinar, it's also actually activating this intelligence. Intelligence is activated when you play chess. Intelligence is activating certain thought moments, certain going deeper into certain thoughts. Our intelligence activated.
Yeah, wherever our focus, our awareness falls, you are actually getting that part getting activated or expanded.
And in Anahata, it is silence. Silence means completely focusing and be in the presence. That's very important. More you experiencing your own presence, that's the time we really experience the love energy, that connecting energy. So for that, actually, silence is important. And the Vishuddha is speaking the truth, means speak our truth, our authentic truth. There is nothing as this is the only truth. You speak what is your truth. Means you speak what you really want, what you really feel. So more we start speaking and standing for our own truth, that actually nourish our Vishuddha, our throat center. It's a purification center. It has the potential to purify all that emotions or whatever we call it as negatives in our life. This center has the power to purify. And the Ajna is the center for meditation. Meditation means more and more we connecting to something. What happens? Our mind becomes empty. The moment our mind becomes empty, the third eye opens. Because all our external senses are satisfied, all the external senses are settled down, the real another sense open. That is our sixth sense. That's our third eye. And the Sahasrara is the center of service. What is service? Again, the service is connected with another six chakra, because there are six services. We need service connecting with Muladhara. Actually, mother is doing service by cooking is a service. Giving food is a service. Actually, a husband or wife, they share sex is also a service. We never understand the point of service sometimes. It's a service. That service is means sharing and caring we learn from service. In Swadhisthana, actually, we do service by experiencing the mind. A singer or a dancer, they really, or the people who are in entertainment field, they are doing the service. Actually, they are helping our mind to be in that service, activating our mind. When we watch a movie, when we watch a drama, when we see a creative image, picture, drawings, whatever we call creativity, it's all a service of our Swadhisthana, service. And now we are doing this service of Manipuraga. Teaching is a service of Manipuraga. But when I am in silence, or we are just sitting silence in a place, it's a service from our Anahata, non-interference. We just in silence. Sometimes we do this process when we are in park or in sometimes, or even inside the family, we know that, okay, the best service is silence rather than speaking or arguing or conflicting. That time we are in silence. That time actually we are aligned with our heart. And another service is service of the Vishuddha. You speak truth. Whatever the truth we feel, we speak it. It's a service. And we encourage people to speak their truth is really a service. When we speak the truth, that is service to oneself. We encourage other. Okay, you speak your truth. In sometimes when we are doing in healing sessions, we do this service. We encourage them to speak whatever their truths, whatever their inner truth. Maybe they feel ashamed of their own truth. How can I think like this? How can I imagine like that? This is my truth. Some people, they say truth about their own jealous. It's a truth. There is no need to shame on that truth, but because deep within everything, there is something beautiful inside. So more you accept and acknowledge your truth, something amazing happened. I see a lot of people, they really ready to open their truth. Even in the webinars, in the class, they open their truth. They say, okay, I am feeling like this. I am feeling like I'm a stupid or I am nothing. It's okay. I feel I'm unworthy. But it says speaking the truth really opened the door rather than ashamed of our own truth. As a child or as in my life, in my childhood, I am really ashamed of so many truths. I feel fear to speak my truths. But I understand in the spiritual science, it's okay to be vulnerable. Because vulnerability is a truth. Where we really accepting the space of hurt. That's a truth. And here it is a space of seeing, meditation. We allowing others to meditate. We encourage people to be empty, be in their real being, connecting to that space. That's a service. So there are 6 services. More we do that service, more our Sahasrara activated, more we become detached. There is no deep attachment to the life. We have a sort of detachment. What we call it as detachment doesn't mean numbness. Detachment doesn't mean a space where you are not feeling anything. It's a deep possibility of participating in the life. We can participate. That's real detachment. Detaching means you really participate. Because I know there are people, they share, oh, I am detached from my family. Even I never hug my children because I am detached. That's not detachment, that's fear. You fear love. When you deeply participating in love, later Priya shared about the trust. Even you know that, okay, in love, you know that, okay, this person can vanish at any time. Means death is always there. Even we are vanished. Okay, today we are seeing, we are doing this webinar. We don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. We don't know whether we meet or not. But still today we are ready to enjoy we are ready to love completely. That is the true space of Sahasrara. That's a space of service. But for that, actually, we need to heal our fears, heal our guilt, heal our shame. Okay. You want to share something?
I feel like bringing the class to see the sunrise. We can see, no, we tell them.
Yeah, beautiful sunrise.
Yeah, we have a river and the sun is being reflected in the river. My attention is going there.
Actually, there are chakras which is connecting with our psychic body, or we can call it as energy, etheric body, by traveling through 72,000 nadis. Because there are 3 prime nadis, they connected together, one chakra is forming. That 3 nadi is called, one is Ida, one is Pingala, and another is called Sushumna. Means 2 forces, whatever we call. Don't compare with this force, because Ida is feminine, Pingala is masculine, but that union, that combination means the acceptance. When we call something as good, when we saw something as bad, when we come allowing that to be in a unification, there is something beautiful happen. Whatever we call it as, yes.
No, we tend to end up in a neutral space so that there is no judgment of good and bad. That's where we all are to reach, to raise ourselves up.
So these are certain informations about chakras. Every chakra is connected to a jnana indriya. For example, Mooladhara, it is connected to nose. That's a jnana indriya. And Tanmatra is smell. We feel smell. Even when we are in some places, we experience certain amazing smell. It's a sign of connecting to the astral smell. Sukshma Gandha. And the karma indriya is anus. Anus is the place of excretion, the place of letting go. So whenever Mooladhara is active, our excretions are easy. That's very important of excretion, because letting go is very important. Releasing is very important. When releasing has any issue, because nowadays in this modern world, there are a lot of people, they share about constipation. It's a sign of some issue in their Mooladhara, because there is a fear of letting go, fear of releasing our own past. Okay, that's a karma indriya. And Swadhisthana, the jnani indriya is tongue, that is taste. More our Swadhisthana is, we can experience it once our Swadhisthana is balanced, we start feeling some taste in this life. Even the food we eat, we experience taste. We can enjoy the food. There is a taste. And the karma indriya is our sex organ. That is a karma indriya, sex organ, kidneys, urinary system. It's all connected with Swadhisthana. If any issues happen, because nowadays there are a lot of ovarian cyst, a lot of uterus issues or prostate issues, it's all connected with Swadhisthana, because bladder issues, urinary bladder issues, kidney stones,
urinary infections.
It's all coming because that is the karma indriya of Swadhisthana, and Swadhisthana chakra is somewhere limited, because we are trying to suppress the mind. We are trying to deny the mind, because mind always, when we are in sleep, the mind is in rest, but the moment you are awaking, that mind starts working. So there are a lot of thoughts. Interestingly, in the brain research, they share average every day we have 60,000 thoughts. How many thoughts we know? 60,000 thoughts. It's huge. But interestingly, almost 70% of the thoughts are recurring. It's recurring. So some recurring thoughts, we understand certain thought forms. We realize, oh, this is the thought, because thought is something keep on activating and it creates belief system. It creates neural pathway. So we keep on traveling in that same pathway. We experience the same reality. So we can change by activating or balancing our Swadhisthana chakra. And the Manipura chakra is connected with eyes, our seeing, our sight. So whatever we are seeing in our life, for example, in our childhood, when we see a lot of conflict, okay, for example, our parents are fighting. What happened as a child, our Manipura chakra becomes dormant or imbalanced. And it is connected with our feet. When you feel like, okay, I'm feeling heaviness in my feet or disturbance to walk, feeling pain in my feet means it's an imbalance in the Manipuraga. So we need to observe what I am seeing in this life, which I am unable to accept. I am unable to embrace in this life. And Anahata, it is connected with skin and touch. Nowadays, there are a lot of people are sharing this aspect of numbness in our body. Our skin becomes rough. When you touch a child, the skin is so soft, very supple. So that skin can actually experience a lot of sensations. When you touch, we feel wow, because touch is very important aspect of our life. But when we fear the sexuality, we fear the touch. So there is some connection from Swadhisthana and Anahata. When you deny one chakra, sometimes another chakra is denied. These are all connected. Because in our world, there are a lot of misperceptions, misunderstanding, even the concept of bad. We learn from the childhood. Even we nowadays, another interesting aspect which create a lot of turbulence in the mind of people is good touch and bad touch. This also create more problem inside rather than a solution. Because before, okay, one person touch and go, okay, fine. But the moment good touch, bad touch, it creates another psychic issues. So we never understand the agendas behind people who creating so many fuss in this world. I hear even the word depression is created by one of the pharmaceutical company. They create the word depression. They create first a book about depression and teach people about depression. What is depression? And now we are tend to be in that space. That is a truth is there. Yeah, we experience some depression, but we never acknowledge that it is natural. Recently, there is a child comes to us. That child is undergoing medication for a long period, psychological or psychiatrical medication. The reason is very simple. At the age of 12, that child simply show anger. And child simply cry. And the parents took that child to psychiatrist. It's a new era, new thing is happening nowadays. We all experience anger, right? We all experience certain emotion. Do you feel it is unnatural to be crying, to feel anger? When we enter into the period of teenage, I remember there are a lot of anger is coming because every change, there is some sort of experience coming to us when we are entering into a period of change. And it is natural. But what happened nowadays, this society, what we call the society, try to suppress everything. The suppression is the nature of ruling, controlling people, because how many really want other to be excel or open the true potentiality? Even I don't know, because in some movies we simply laugh that even we are friend, one friend doesn't want the other friend to expand their potentiality because fear. When that person expand their potentiality, I may lose that person. So suppression, wife suppressing the husband, husband suppressing the wife, and they suppress their children. They are suppressed by the genetical from the ancestors. So what we are is a mass evolution of suppression, suppressing our energies. And the anahata, that skin, that touch, that hug, the need of hug is a very natural thing. We need hug from our parents, and we need to hug our children. We need to hug each other, the friends. It is natural. It's not coming out of any syndrome, because nowadays there is a syndrome of hugging syndrome because of the lack. So it is very important once we are satisfied with our basic touch. That touch is very important. That's why when you bath, you need to touch you with so much divinity. Even our own touch is very important.
Especially children, when they move into the teenage and all, even the parents are reluctant in touching and hugging like before, because they feel they are growing up, why touch? But that becomes a lack inside them. They also feel very lack of that. And whenever children, especially children below the age of 12, whenever they are having some issues, it is the parent who has to look within to make the change, because they are actually reflecting the parent.
Yes. So this is very important, because anahata is so important aspect of our chakra. That's why I'm sharing too much about this touch. Because there are anahata and swadhisthana are sometimes connected. When we have any denial to the sexuality, when we connect everything in terms of sexuality, there are a lot of issues we experience in our anahata. So that's why each chakra is very, very important. Balancing each chakra is, because some people, I say their heart chakra is so open. Wider open their heart chakra, but look deeper in when we scanning their aura, downward, the chakra becomes narrow and narrow. The Muladhara is very narrow. Swadhisthana is narrow. But when we look, okay, I think you shared me, in which country their Swadhisthana is so expanded?
And that is in Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah.
We see Brazil, their Swadhisthana is open. So the Muladhara is also open, because the base energy, that's why it's very important. When we learn about chakras, the base energy, even the Muladhara, the base energy is sexual energy. We need to acknowledge that energy, because Muladhara is the space of that energy where if the potentiality is, it has the capacity to create a life. That's a demonstration. We are also the part of that demonstration. We born out of sex. I hear a lot of people, one of my clients, they say, I am ashamed. I said, why you are ashamed? Because I born out of sex. Then how can we born? Is there any other methodology? Maybe in the past, we will tell to the children or tell that, okay, the God comes and send some light to your mother's womb, and the womb and pregnancy happened. But that's not true. We need to acknowledge. We need to accept. The more we have the acceptance to our sexuality, then that's the only place where we really accept our parents. Because we need to reprogram this. Why? Because whenever I got that opportunity to share, I share this very in depth, because something which is deeply embedded.
It's a conditioning of the society and our system. You cannot blame anybody. It's been like that for so many years that it is up to us to bring that change within ourselves. Or else, even the sexual energy, if you are not able to accept and raise it, you're not going to experience any enlightenment in your life. This, all these spiritual processes we do will not be effective unless you accept the sexual energy.
And the Vishuddhi chakra, it is connected with the Jnanendriya is ears. The Tanmatra is hearing. that listening. That listening is very important. So when you, as a child or in time, when we keep hearing criticism, blame, complain, arguments, what happened? This chakra is slowly closing. Because even we see people who are speaking that there is conflict. So we decided, okay, to avoid conflict, I be in silence. That silence is not the anahata silence. That is a suppression. So we need to, there is a process in the advance. Actually, we do that process to what you really listen from your parents. We need to listen that. Something we need to listen. Even you can observe what I want to listen from my child, what I really want to listen from my teacher, from my spouse, from my friends. We need to reprogram it. Then only our Vishuddha will open.
This is actually very important because even when we give classes, we have noticed that especially the classes like theta healing and all that, we have a set way of saying things, teaching things. These are the things we are supposed to teach and all that. But we always hear students coming back and telling that this was not taught in class. Actually, it was taught in class. You were not listening because you didn't want to hear that. So you are actually closing your, that inner listening part to only what you want to listen. So you're not opening up to new possibilities. So if you actually are more aware and centered, then only you actually listen to what is being told in the class completely. So people come and repeatedly come back to the class to listen more because our attention span just moves away so much that we are not able to hear everything what the teachers are saying.
Because the moment we feel boring is coming, because when we attend a class, because I did this experiment, when we attend a class, the moment something comes or we feel like, oh, I know this, what happened? The listening is closed. It just be a hearing person. It tend to go above your head. Listening is something we give the attention. So what happened? Even if the same sentence, suppose a teacher is telling you, be with your breath. Observe your breath. It's a word, maybe people who are in the spirituality, they hear and hear, be bored with this word. It's natural, but listening means you give more attention. What is this? For that, actually, we need to activate our curiosity. We need to be curious about what I am listening. Deeply observing, deeply connecting to that. That's called Vishuddhi. Then only purification happens. It's a place of alchemy. That's a place called Vishuddhi. And the Ajna, the Jnanendriya is mind. And the Tanmatra is also mind. Karmendriya is mind. Here the mind is more higher mind. It's not the lower mind, which is connecting with the subconscious and the unconscious and doing certain pattern. That's not this mind. That's the reason in meditation, everyone say that when you are in meditation, you enter into a state of no mind, means you connected to your higher mind. Higher mind means you filled with ideas, intuition. That mind open, that because you are slowly resonating with the universal mind. So something which starts flowing to you. And the chakra sahasrara, actually sahasrara is not a chakra, it's a higher energy center, which is Jnanendriya is beyond. Beyond. That's a place. So these are the endocrine relationship. Your Sahasrara is more connected with the pituitary gland. Your Ajna is connected with pineal gland. When we talk about pineal gland, up to the age of 10 years, our pineal gland is so active. Then it slowly degenerates. And our awareness enters with the pituitary. So when we enter into the teenage, we work from the pituitary. Pituitary is the master gland where the sexual fluid is creating. Before that, some people they tell, okay, child below the age of 7, they are sexual, but that's not the way we see that sexuality as a teenager. It's very different. But we say the child, or we make the child, whatever they are doing is seeing from a perverted angle is really degenerating their pineal gland. Because in the pineal gland means there is no right or wrong. There is no good or bad there. They are in a divine union, divine connection. They may touch each other. Even they have the curiosity. We always, when we do classes or sessions, people share that in their school days, there are curiosity to see each other's genitals. It's not perversion of their sexuality. It is their natural divine quality to understand what is it, their knowingness, their curiosity. But what happens sometimes, a teacher, they are not that much evolved. The teacher says this child is perverted. Child is not perverted at all. So we need to heal our own child wound. Even some adults say that you are perverted, we need to give the responsibility to that adult. I am not perverted. Your perverted mind, I am giving back to you. I am setting me free. I am setting my and retrieving my innocence, because as a child, we are pure divine being. Our ajna is very sharp, very thin. That's why child sometimes speak like a command, order. It's not an order beyond disrespect, because it's a nature of pineal gland. One more and more the pineal gland is active, you feel like an ajna. There is a command, but that's not the command of a controlling person. It's a command which is coming from the higher being. Sometimes a child tells the parents that don't go, you don't go. But more they listen, more they can understand what is the intuition behind. Because child has intuition. In this society, we never acknowledge, we see child as something very less. But the more we accept the child is something very amazing. The only thing is they need more awareness to that. They need more protection. The thyroid is connected to the Vishuddha. Thymus is connected to the heart center. Adrenaline is connected to the solar plexus, Manipuraga. Testes and ovaries are connected to the Swadhisthana, and perineal body is connected. That excretory glands are connected to the Mooladhara. The nature of our root chakra is root lotus, 4 petal. In the Mooladhara, there are 4 petal lotus. Each petal has its own significance. Its own meanings are there. The color is deep red. That is perineum or the cervix point. Swadhisthana means that's toward the self, the place of self. It's a 6 petal lotus, orange red color, pubic bone. The Manipuraga, we call it as city of jewel. It is 10 petal lotus. That's the nature of that chakra. Color is yellow. The kshetra means navel, the belly button, the umbilical cord, those areas. The nature of Anahata is source of unbroken sound. The 12 petal lotus, blue color, the center of the chest. The nature of Vishuddha is center of nectar. It's a center of purification. 16 petal lotus, purple, or we can call it in the sky blue color is there. Pit of throat, this point. And the center of command, maybe the spelling is not correct. Okay. 2 big petal lotus. And it is connected with past and future, the 2 petals. Clear gray, or we can call it in another color is indigo, eyebrow center, and the nature is infinite. The Sahasrara is infinite. So sometimes when you connect to the Sahasrara, you go beyond the time space. You connect to that infinity. Sometimes children are sometimes like that. They are in that infinity. They don't know the time. So morning they wake up, they go in that infinity. It's not laziness of a child. It's their natural connection to the higher world. We need to encourage that connection. It's already showed. So the logas which is connected, the first loga is Bhu Loga, the earth planet, the earth loga, Prithvi, that's a tattva. And the Yendra is called yellow square, the Bija mantra, that is called Lam. Lam is the mantra which can activating this root chakra. The loga of the second chakra is Bhuva Loga, the tattva is water. We do deal and more working on this advanced session about all these logas and how we can connecting and tapping into that. Yantra is silver or white crescent moons. The Bija mantra is Vam. The loga of Manipura chakra is Swaha, means Swarga loga, which the tattva is fire. The red inverted, even to activating our Manipura chakra, seeing the fire help. For the, actually that's one of the reason of bathing or water or swimming, that's all help us our Swadhisthana, more you really enjoy in the water. So the good shower itself, shower bathing is very good for Swadhisthana chakra. And Mahar Loga, the world of mind is our Anahata, Vayu, air. So air, whenever you are in a place where that breeze is coming, that really connecting to your Anahata, smoky 6-pointed star. That's all. Yantra means sacred geometry. Bijakshara is Yam. The loga of Vishuddha is Jana Loga. Akasha, ether. Ether is the tattva. White circle, Hum. And the loga of Ajna is Taba Loga. People who are doing tabas. Manas, that mind, that's a plane of will. We can connecting to that area, we get will. Will is very important. More you activate your will, then only we can experience our free will. Less the will, actually we are always tend to be in our fate. So more, that's why there are a lot of process to activate our will. And clear gray circle, the mantra, the Bija mantra is Om. And that another word is Satyaloga. That's a beyond. Tattva is beyond. Yantra is beyond. And it is Om. Again, one more slide. I know there are a lot of stuff, but just to connecting to this Mooladhara, the Vayu is Abhana Vayu. Annamaya means the Kosha, that's called body. Body is coming from Annamaya, food shakts. Dhatu is born, Swadhisthana is Vyana Vayu. We will discuss this more deeper later. Pranamaya, the fat. Manipuraga again, Samana Vayu. Pranamaya Kosha, it's flesh. So you can understand which bone. Already she shared Mooladhara, which is connected with our supporting system. So some bone issues are coming because we need to look into the Mooladhara. Even the fat issues, I worked on this, several people like fat means cholesterol issues. When we deeply look into the cholesterol issues, it is connected with joy of life. That fat, some fatty problem, even the block in our heart with fat blocks, it is coming from the joy. We are unable to enjoy. That joy is connected from the Swadhisthana. Manipuraga is the flesh, Anahata, Pranavayu, Manomaya Kosha, that's astral body, blood. So any blood issue which is coming from the Anahata. Vishuddhi, it is again, the Dhadu is skin and the Ajna, all the 5 pranas are connected, and bone marrow. When our Ajna, because when we are unable to embrace the reality, because all that bone marrow, all these marrow issues are coming. Some cancers are coming from this marrow. So that is coming from, we are unable to accept the reality because Ajna is connected to the reality as it is. What is existing in front of you, more you accepting what existing rather than arguing with our things. And Sahasrara, which is connected beyond, and Anandamaya Kosha, blissful body, and the semen. That's the reason there are a lot of practice about brahmacharyam or the tantric practices, because to storing or moving that semen energy, holding that semen energy. That's very important. Okay, one more slide. To understand about the blocks. In the Mooladhara, the block is fear. It deals with survival. So that's the reason we need to, fear means what we need to do is to face the fear. We need to face. We need to cultivate our ability to face. Unless or until you are not facing the fear never go away. Fear stayed there. So that's why we do so many things to change certain beliefs and everything. Even when you actually she's doing theta healing where beliefs can be changed. And some people believe that, okay, when I change this belief, I don't need to face the fear. No, that fear will come in front of you one day again. Why? Because changing the belief help you to face the fear. You can see that fear.
You have the courage to face it.
That courage develop. So fear always we need to face it. And the second chakra is blocked by guilt. And guilt only can deal with forgiveness. Deal with the pleasure. It's a center of pleasure. So more you open your pleasure by forgiving yourself, your Swadhisthana becomes active. That pleasure is okay, enjoying our pleasures. That's why our body is like this. Body is a pleasure body. But what happened is we are making our body becomes a pain body. That pain body, in the name of term of Eckhart Tolle, he shared that the pain body is nothing created out of ego. When we experience a lot of pain in our body, we need to observe what is our ego, because Swadhisthana is the place of mind. So in mind, there are ego. Ego means a protection. That's the reason actually we create a lot of guilt also. So forgiveness is very important. And Manipuraga is blocked by shame. Shame means unworthiness. We need to observe and understand our worthiness. Otherwise, shame is always something which is coming from outside. Because everybody putting ourselves fitting into what they believe. We are beyond. We cannot achieve our parents' dream. We cannot live up to our family system. We can only live up to the place where our heart is resonating. So that's why the shame is coming. Shame is telling you that you are not living a life which you really want to live. We all come from our own way to live. So that's why actually we need to connect to our Ajna, then understand what we really want. More the Ajna is active, more we can acknowledge what you want. It is okay for what you want. We need to understand it. And the Anahata is always blocked with grief or hatred. So deals with love or happiness center. And the Vishuddhi is blocked with lies. Whatever the lie, here lie is not something which, okay, you are lying to a person. It's lie means you are denying what is your truth. For example, you feel angry and you are telling yourself, no, I am feeling sad. That is a lie. Here, I'm not talking about the lie of about the Harichandran story or anything. This is the lie which you talk to you. The more you talk, not you are talking to the outside world. Even Krishna shared a lie to the Duryodhana that how can you go in front of your mother? You need to feel shame. Can Krishna know there is nothing called shame, but still he shared about shame? It's a lie. But what he is doing is from his dharma. Then it's not a lie. It's a truth. Truth from the bigger picture. And our Ajna is blocked by illusion. Illusion means some sort of expectation. Some places something is finished. Even something is finished, something is over. Still we are saying that, oh no, it is not over. Especially in love affairs, we are in this illusion. People, even the relationship is over, we stay there with this illusion. No, no, it is not over. Because we are not ready to accept the reality. So that place we need to work. It's everything, even the death, whatever happened in our life, even something finished, we need to accept the reality. Otherwise, we enter into the illusion. What exactly reality? Okay, when you experience failed, when you feel I am a failure, accept, yes, I am feeling this. Then you never tend to enter into illusion. So that's why illusion only comes when you accept only one part of the reality. Okay, positive. We always like positive, but we need to embrace the negative also. That's why she already shared that thing that, okay, you can trust a person by accepting that this person can potentially harm you. But still, I am trusting this person. That is not illusion, that is reality. Rather than we are trusting, oh, this person is a betrayer, but this person is not going to betray me. And from my love, this person is going to change. It is an illusion.
A lot of people have this, especially I've seen women saying that, I'll change my husband with my love. That's stupidity, actually.
Definitely, the love has the power, but that is an illusion we are creating because we need to feel safe. We need to feel protected. That's why even when you see something negative in a person, when you are in a love, you immediately block that negative. You immediately are not going to seeing it. That's called blind love. Or what happened when you feel any anger to a person, you only see the negative. You are not seeing the goodness of that person. That's also illusion. Seeing the good and bad of everything is reality. Everything, that's called paradox of life. Everything, what we call it as good, contains a bad. Everything, what we call it as bad, contains a good.
So a lot of people actually, after getting married and all that, they first see the good side in that person. And afterwards, they start seeing the bad side, and then they say that, okay, I want a divorce. I don't like this person. This is not the person I married. That's also illusion, because a person who has positive will have negative in that person. And if you can love with both, then it is true love. Otherwise, somewhere we are again in illusion.
So that only comes with a lot of working and lot of healing our energies, our Ajna chakra. More and more, our pineal gland again becomes active. We get this idea of the beyond, going beyond the good or bad. We really embrace, or we really acknowledge the experience. There are some things we share some informations or knowledge come. Yesterday we had a very insightful healing where what we see is when a person traveling in this way, that person reach a place. Okay, we argue with that place. For example, that place is a pain. We say that, oh, this pain is coming because I travel through the left side. That's where the pain comes. So what we realize is even a person travel through the right side, still reach to that same place.
And we keep saying it is because of that other person we reached this space. But we did all this from all the spaces, whether that person exists or not, you are in that space. So it's not the other person in front of you. It is what you are going through. So it is you who has to actually look within and bring the change.
So whatever meant to happen, that happened. It's called Ramana Maharshi's powerful statement. So what then, why we are deeply looking into is to understand the lesson of that. It doesn't mean that you don't need to be unaware and living in life. Oh, whatever meant to happen, it happened. Okay. Okay, tomorrow onwards, you are walking in the middle of the road. Whatever meant to happen. Yeah, that meant to happen. Sometimes our awareness is important. That awareness is important. But even when that accident need to happen, it happened. That's the truth. So whatever already happened in our life, it need to happen. That's the only place we reach to the peace. Otherwise, we keep arguing. That's a place actually we started our healing. People always start their healing from a traumatic space and reach nowhere because they are healing to argue with their reality. They are healing to again enter into one illusion to another illusion. Feel like, oh, healing is something and amazing. Wow, it can help me to from this illusion. I can reach to another world of color. We never reach anywhere. I see a lot of people, they experience even their illness. That illness is not going. It's not because the healing has any problem. It's because we are in illusion. We are in some expectation or hope, some other not real hope. Real hope means we embrace everything. That embracing is important. We need to acknowledge acceptance. That's a plain, all these forgiveness, everything is coming. Whatever happened in my life all this time, that need to happen. And our Sahasrara is blocked with earthly attachment. So deal with the pure cosmic energy. So detachment is a big subject. Actually, we did a course for that process. We developed a process that helped to detach. Anyway, we again do that process in coming month because that process really help us to detach from certain things. So many things we can work because we are sharing that process because it's not easy for a workshop to heal every attachment. But the process we can practice, we can go through that process, we can learn how to detach, because detachment is not a subject of numbness. Detachment is a subject by being more alive. More you detach from certain reality, more you become alive. For example, when you detach from an illness, you become healthy. So detachment is very important. So now we can do a meditation, and anybody want to ask any question, we can share the question because still there are a lot of slides I'm not sharing. Yeah. Yes. Anybody want to ask anything? Okay. Otherwise, we do the meditation. After that, you can ask question. Okay. This meditation.
Chakras aligned to certain sound.
Okay. Our chakras aligned to certain sounds. Yes. Yes. The Bija Akshara is a sound. There are frequencies which activate the chakras. Certain drum beats which activate the chakras. Chakras are activated through music. Certain swaras are activating our chakras. Yes, sound energy always activate our chakras. So that's why this Bija Akshara, Lam, can activate our base chakra. So now what we do is a simple unified chakra meditation. It's a very simple process. So first you close your eyes.
Make yourself comfortable. Just bring in an intention inside you to bring more awareness and conscious alignment into these energy centers we call as chakras. Keep your spine straight, as though something is pulling you from above. Just keep your spine straight, not stiff, a bit relaxed also. And keep your heart open and receptive. And simply invite yourself into a comfortable, mindful breathing. Allow yourself to take deeper breaths. And with every breath you take, you're relaxing your body into your own being. Feel yourself accepting and receiving ease and alignment into your body. Feel your body as your body of energy is pulsating from within. Bringing your awareness to your heart center, allow yourself to bring your awareness all the way down to Mother Earth and connect yourself to Mother Earth. Absorbing the beautiful, grounded, safe, secure energy of Mother Earth. Let your awareness bring all this energy up into your root chakra, which is below your spine. Below your spine, feel, sense, know, see a rich color of red. The chakra which is spinning downwards from below your spine. This chakra is spinning downwards and connecting to Mother Earth. With every breath you take, feel this chakra even more deeper. Feel this Muladhara or root chakra spinning in red color. Expanding and connecting to Mother Earth. Feel the stability, the secure feeling, supported feeling, and allow your chakra to absorb all that it needs at this point of time. You can even say to yourself, I am safe, I am grounded, I am supported. And you are becoming even more present to this moment. Now let your awareness raise this energy upwards into the sacral chakra or the Swadhisthana chakra, which is below your belly button. See this chakra in orange color, glowing, pulsating. It is the center of your creativity, sensuality, pleasure. Observe how it is spinning towards the front and the back. Just simply observe the color. Observe what feeling you're getting there. Say to yourself, my purpose is to feel good. Feel this orange energy expanding effortlessly and spinning radiantly. Allow this energy to move even upwards into your solar plexus chakra or the Manipura chakra, which is below your rib cage. Move your total awareness there. This is a center where you're channeling your personal power, your self-esteem. Observe the sensations, the color you're feeling or seeing there. See it vibrating in beautiful color of the sunshine yellow. Say to yourself, I feel confident and that I make positive changes in my life. And I'm able to take the right actions at the right time. Allow this beautiful yellow light to be spinning into the front and back of your chakra. Let the energy again move up into your heart space, center of your chest, bringing your total awareness into the center of your chest. This is your fourth chakra, the chakra that connects your higher and the lower chakras. This is a space of your unconditional love energy. See it spinning in emerald green color, expanding. As you are seeing, sensing, knowing, just observe the color, feeling that is coming there, and saying this to yourself that I am able to receive and give love unconditionally. And I know what it feels like to forgive myself and others unconditionally. Give your heart chakra all that it needs to absorb at this point of time. Watch it spinning faster, emitting the frequency of love. Let the energy move upwards into your throat space. Bringing your total awareness into your throat space, the space of your own inner truth, your ability to communicate, express. Bring your total expressive self into this chakra and simply observe the color, what sensations you're feeling there. And say to yourself, I am able to express my truth easily and effortlessly. I am able to communicate easily and effortlessly. I am able to flow in my creative space. Seeing this chakra spin in a beautiful blue color, expanding towards the front and the back. Let the energy move upwards into the Anjna chakra or the third eye center, middle of your brain, between your eyebrows. Your intuition is your superpower. And everything that you're experiencing through your inner eye comes through this chakra. See it expanding and spinning in an indigo color. Observe the sensations, the feelings, the color, whatever you are experiencing, be with it. Say to yourself, I trust my intuitions. I am focused and connected to the divine within. Expanding this chakra into the front and back, spinning easily and effortlessly. Let the energy rise up the top of your head, the crown space. The chakra that is connecting you to the beyond space, connecting to the source. The chakra is moving upwards in a violet color, spinning upwards, connecting to the source, into the beyond. Say to yourself, I am an extension of the universal energy. And feel your violet crown chakra expand, spinning upwards. Having total faith in the existence, total trust in the existence. Observe the sensations and feelings coming there. And bring in all that you need at this point of time into your crown chakra. Whatever you need is being absorbed.
In this moment, completely allowing yourself to receive the amazing cosmic energy coming from the universe, coming from that unified field. Bring all that energy into your heart center, a rush of energy. That energy coming to your heart center, letting go whatever the grief, whatever the hatred, whatever the energy which is unwanted for you. Just allow this energy entering inside and whirling or vortexing inside your Anahata chakra, heart chakra. Even with your breath, you are experiencing this chakra expanding and expanding and expanding. This chakra completely absorbing all other two chakras above and below, your heart chakra expand and completely embrace your throat chakra and your Manipura chakra, solar plexus. Now these three chakras together becomes one unified field. Your whole energy is completely integrated into heart energy, throat energy, and Manipuraga, solar plexus energy. The power, love, truth together. Feel that expansion of energy, and these three unified energy again expanding and expanding and completely absorbing other two energies below and above and below. One is Swadhisthana and another is Ajna. Your intuition and your individuality, your sensuality, your sexuality. It's all is connected. The flow, power, love, truth, and the intuition is completely become a one unified field, one big energy. And from there again and again, it is expanding and expanding. Now it expands beyond your body, beyond that space, completely absorbing your root chakra and your crown chakra, Sahasrara and Muladhara. Now all the 7 chakras are completely one with a unified field that's around your body like an aura, and it's expanding and expanding. Like a big one huge chakra contains all the energies like your survival, your existential energy, the flow energy, sensuality energy, pleasure energy, power energy, your happiness, love, your truth, expression, creativity, intuition, and a deep gratitude energy together becomes one chakra spinning vortex, like a one big chakra is vortexing, vortex and vortex allow to spin this chakra, this unified chakra spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning by absorbing more and more and more life force. You feel like your whole astral body is spinning and moving out into the universal energy. In this spinning, you are completely absorbing all the nourishment from all that logas, Bhu Loga, Bhur Loga, Swar Loga, Mahar Loga, Jana Loga, Tapa Loga, Satya Loga, from that highest Brahman, all that unconditional creative creator space, completely absorbing all that energies. Stay there for another 1 more minute in that energy, allowing that energy completely nourishing and witnessing that your whole physical body is nourished with this energy. Your whole etheric body, energy body is nourishing with this energy. Your whole astral body is nourishing with this energy. Your whole intellectual body is nourishing with this energy. Your entire blissful body is nourishing with this energy. In this moment, while observing this nourishment, just simply observing the intuitive breath is happening deep within you. With every breath which is coming to you, this unified one chakra spinning is expanding and expanding. With every breath, you are connecting to the center of this vortex. You can experience your whole being in this stillness and silence. You can experience your true nature, Swadharma. You can experience your true inner love, love to oneself. You can experience all parts of you, all years in this life, which coming in front of you. You can simply say to your 1 to till what is your age currently. You can see all that self standing in front of you in this unified field of energy. Again, you can simply say to all that self, I love you. You can call it in your name, my dear, I love you. This moment when you can share that love energy to your own self, take a deep, very slow, intuitive breath. Hold this breath up to your maximum. Once you feel your maximum space of holding, that time you can release your breath. Again, take a deep breath. Inhale, hold the breath. Open your mouth and you can say, Om. Bring your awareness back to your Sahasrara, closing your Sahasrara chakra, going down and down to your Ajna, third eye center, closing and intact connected to yourself, down and down to your Vishuddhi, closing that chakra and connecting back to yourself, down and down to your Anahata, closing that chakra deeper inside you, down and down to your Manipuraka, close that chakra back to yourself, down and down to your Swadhisthana, closing the chakra down and down to your Muladhara, closing the chakra and going deep down to your Mother Earth, ground all that energy, and from that energy, bring your awareness back to your heart space. Feel your whole aura is protected, safe, and secure. Stay there. Take a deep breath again. Inhale, exhale through your mouth like a breeze. One more time. Inhale, exhale through your mouth like a breeze. And last time, inhale, you rub your palm. Place it on your eyes. Exhale through your mouth like a breeze. And at the same time, open your eyes. You can touch this body, your palms. You can touch your body, touch every part of your body with your palms. Yes. Even you can touch your feet. Can give a small massage to under feet. Yes. Good. Thank you. Anybody want to ask anything? You can ask, you can share. Once all of you unmute your video, we can take one picture because you are all looking very fresh, vibrant. We can capture this beautiful face. Yes. Yeah. Wow. You're all looking so beautiful.
I think in Dubai it's really early.
So it's a golden opportunity to wake up in Brahma Muhurtam.
4:30. I really appreciate you all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned about Tanmatra, Roopesh. Like, I didn't get what this means when you were explaining the chakras, the karmendriya, and all. What is Tanmatra?
Because Tanmatra is, for example, nose, the Tanmatra is that through that Tanmatra, actually, you are sensing or feeling that smell. It's a molecules which is coming together once it's knows, but you this through this energy, these molecules come and you feel smell. You experience that smell. Gandham, we call it in Sanskrit. So in each chakras, there are certain tanmatras connected. This tanmatra really activating the chakras. Sometimes when you feel there is no taste in your tongue, it's a sign that something it's not good in your swadhisthana. Because once your swadhisthana is very active, you feel taste to everything. Even you are eating the same dosha, but some beautiful taste in your experience. You feel, wow, this new, this good. That's a taste of life that we can experience in different aspects. So Tanmatra actually, expansion of the Tanmatra is very important. Because smell is something you may remember, sometimes you experience when you are walking in a mall, you experience a smell and immediately you recollect a past. Maybe you felt, you remember your teacher. Oh, my teacher also used the same fragrance. This is the way the memories and everything is opening. It's a door. The Tanmatra is the molecules which open certain doors and remember. Same way, there are so much higher Tanmatras. Once you are familiar with your lower Tanmatra, means smell and everything, there are higher faculties of smell. Some smell immediately tune into the higher logas, higher word. Even there are big science, I think she can share more about that science of fragrance.
Actually, even higher beings, when their presence are coming, they have a particular smell. And even your own loved ones who have passed away, they know, they make you feel their presence by bringing that smell there. It's not for you to get scared or anything. They're just telling that they are there for you. And they haven't gone anywhere. It's just that they're in a different frequency. So these smells actually travel through these frequencies and they connect us. So all this we call that in India? No.
Tanmatra.
Yeah, Tanmatras actually connect us with the other dimensions. So when we go into deeper chakra healings, like in the coming classes, each chakra and each things we can explore even deeper. It makes you understand yourself, where you're. Even today, if you have noticed in the when you went through your chakras, if you were observant, you will exactly know which chakra you have an issue to work. There you would have had a block, or you would have felt some pressure or some color difference or something. That's why I kept saying observe, sense, feel. What are you knowing there? because the chakra is speaking to you.
Actually, the purpose of this Tanmatra is to bring a very deeper experience. Even when we call, okay, 4G technology, now it is 5G technology. What it means, because from the 4G, the experience, what we are experiencing become more clearer, more deeper. So all the technological world is doing is to make the experience more deeper into it. Sometimes they try to make it more real, but for us actually to activating these psychic centers, our experience become deeper. Sometimes we also experience even the person is with us, or even the food is there, even whatever we love is there, but we are unable to experience. That's a stage where the Tanmatra energy is low. That time we are unable to experience. That's what we call it as when I'm in illness, the Tanmatra energy is low. I'm not experiencing the smell. I can't eat. There is no what we call saliva is coming, because it's all connected. It is to bring more deeper connection. The Tanmatra, the purpose of Tanmatra is to create a deeper connection with everything. Deeper the connection, after sometimes deeper the communication. So Tanmatra is something very important. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For this question.
Yeah, Pradeepa.
Yes, Pratipha.
Can I share?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like what Smita ma'am just now shared, I do have a different experience which I wanted to just share, and I wanted to know your insights. Like the smell you said, I generally have a habit or tendency of connecting my emotions when I listen to a song. Every song gives me memories of certain emotions which I've gone through. And exactly like what she said, the smell, it happened the other last week too. Like I was going through some sort of grief, and that grief immediately took me back to, and along with that, I listened to a song which had the same, which carried the same emotion to me 7 years back. So I was going through the same emotion which I was having 7 years back, and that music connected me to that. So I was really amazed, and I was really wondering how I didn't even know which movie that song is from. And suddenly that emotions were the same, and the music was the same. That was just a wondering experience to me. I don't know how to explain more.
That's nice. When you observe this on a daily basis, we all can observe this inside us. And if it is actually bringing back a grief inside you, it's also a message to attend the grief. Because you don't have to carry grief inside, you can.
But let me tell you, ma'am. This 1.5 years of journey in meditation had somehow given me the strength to withstand that grief. Though I am going through that now. I myself have the courage now to face that in a much stronger way.
That's
And
nice.
thanks to the meditation. Yeah. Really, one more doubt I have. That is, sir, like as you were telling throughout the session, that these blocks which we have to address, any physical ailment, as I understand, is related to some chakra or the other. Right? So we can come out of those blocks through meditation, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
So apart from that, our self affirmations, does self affirmation also help us come out of such blocks?
Self-affirmation actually helps when you do it with feelings from inside. You literally have to feel it in your body, feel it, Like, for example, if you are taking an affirmation of, I feel joyful inside, just simply saying joy doesn't bring joy, right? You have to feel it. Then only the affirmation works. That's how it is. And through meditations and through many processes, actually, we can heal. See, healing in the sense, you have to have a deeper awareness of that and what wisdom it is giving you. Then only you come out of it. Otherwise, you go back to it. Meditations helps you to bring that deeper awareness.
Actually, what we call it as inner wisdom is when you go deep into something emerge from that. For example, it's an illness that really expand our consciousness. Wisdom always expand our consciousness. Wisdom is not something which is intellectual in nature. It gives some emotions, some feelings, some sort of aha moment inside. That's a deep wisdom. That's called inner wisdom. It coming from within. We need to awaken that. But for that, actually, we need to do deep meditation. It's not to avoid anything by accepting whatever is there. Even the illness, when we address an illness, we need to accept whatever our fears, whatever our disturbance, whatever the best thing, whatever the worst thing, all that sides we need to allow it to understand and to let go of the emotions. It's nice actually to listen that, because more and more, very less people have this awareness that when we are in spirituality, spirituality is to face the life, courage to face the life. Actually, the purpose of spirituality is that.
I was under the notion that this is all meant for retired life, but yeah, thanks to Meera, in fact, she was the one in our family, like she was the one guided.
Actually, including this chakra awareness also is helpful for our day-to-day life. Awakening our chakra really help us to handle our mind, handle so many things which is now we feel unable to handle. So many things we can handle, because so many things are there, because the universe is keep on expanding, everything is expanding, everything is updating. So keep on moving to that updation. Updation doesn't mean it's something outside. We always try to update outside our information, our knowledge, that we are updating, but inner updation is very important. Then only we can handle this life. So purpose of spiritual science is to handle this life, not to run away from anything, or it's not to create anything all the time rosy in our life. Sometimes life brings some negative experience, in our language, negative, but life has its own way. But the way to deal with that, because every experience brings some new wisdom, new understanding. So,
and there are a lot of spiritual processes, and there are a lot of people all around the world who is giving you different insights on how to handle each thing. Like for example, even to heal a disease in different modalities, it is dealt in a different way, but it all reached to the same awareness.
but once we approach any illness or any problem, we need to approach from not from a space of victim. We need to approach the space from more empowered state. That's the only space I see people who heal their disease. When they treat from a victim space, it's very difficult. Or from very curious space to explore something. We get something, I really want to explore it. I want to experiment it. I want to know what is the magic or the miracle of this universe. That attitude is very important when we deal with any problem, rather than the attitude to erasing or leaving the problem. So sometimes it takes time. The patience.
If we are in the victim mode, we will always have fear also in mind.
Yes.
It will not help. Come on. Thank you.
Thank you, Pratibha.
Yeah. Yes.
So everybody is ready for a new day, starting of the day. If you all are interested, do come for the separate chakra class, which is we are going to explore something deeper. through each chakra. Okay, and that will be from next Sunday.
Not completely decide.
Okay.
Anyway, it start on Sunday, every Sunday. At least 7 Sundays. That information will send to you and already share in the group also and individually also. Okay.
So will the classes be in the morning itself or?
Yeah, this time 6 a.m.
Okay.
Stop.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.